started.
Shalom Aleichem. Welcome to Hebrew Line of Shem, House of Yehudah Fellowship. My name is Yamas Thomas. I pray that Yah's peace is upon your life and his blessings continue to flow on your behalf. Today I'm going to be talking about the book of the Maccabees, the 7th chapter, starting at the 40th verse. If you have your phones, you can go to the Apocrypha for the book of Maccabees, the 7th verse, and the 7th chapter, the 40th verse. And this is time, like I was saying before, there was times of the Babylonian Empire that ruled, the Medes and the Persians, and then you had Alexander the Great. Some of these events here that we're talking about was during his reign, where the Greeks hated the Hebrews, and now we're dealing with the Assyrians. The Rome, they'll come on the end, and so Yehudah Maccabee had to deal with these Assyrians coming in and doing abominations to the temple. And there was a priest that went in there and he seen it and he said, this house was not for this purpose. For this house, Yah's name is on there and it was supposed to be holy for his people to come and worship with him, talking about the Hebrews and the nation of Israel. And so Yehudah Maccabee got a hold of this, and he was ticked off, which he should have been. So he got 3,000 men together, and then he went after this Assyrian, that defied the temple, and so Yehudah, he dwelled in Hadassah, and then he was concerned because of the fact that you would come into the house of the temple, that they now gonna have to do it again and rededicate it after these pagan people done been in here again. You see, people have been coming after our ancestors. I'm talking about the true Hebrew Israelites. And these are people with color, melanin in the hair. Some of us are chocolate like me, some of us are brown, some of us are tone lighter. And we are the people where our hair locks. In other words, it's curly, it's tight, curls, and you can, a lot of time our Hebrew brothers and sisters, they braided it up. Some was long, some was not so long, but that's how they kept and groomed themselves, and our sisters and stuff wore nose jewels, they wore necklaces and of gold, and then bracelets, and then ankle bracelets. They were beautiful, and they had beautiful garments. Our sisters was nice, and they loved Yahuwah, and they followed the Torah, which the Torah is Elohim's word, God, who, to you that don't know who Elohim is, the one and true God of Israel, Yahuwah Elohim. So it went on that Judah, he's got tired, and then he pursued them. And Judah had 3,000 men, and then he went and he slew them. And then when they heard about it, and etc., over there in the 7th chapter, in the 40th verse, if you have your phone, you can go there to the Maccabees and you can read it, right? Because there's so many times that people in that region wanted our land because when he gave that land to Moshe, he blessed it. He gave it to the Hebrews, and he didn't want nobody else to have it. Because during the intertestament period, there was a lot of things going on, and they were still trying to take the land of Israel from the original Hebrew people. We don't call ourselves Jews. We are Hebrew Israelites. The ancient word was Eve. Eve means the people of the book, Bible. There were people of color and dwell in the land of Canaan, which became Israel, bordered right there by Africa, which in the ancient times was called the land of Ham. So that's our history there, and they've been trying, and they still, during the Apocrypha, the time of the Maccabees, was trying to take their land. Now here come the Syrians. First it was Alexander the Great, then Babylon, and then it's just on and on and on. And so these times where these different countries was attacking through the Apocrypha, and it's a very interesting book, and it's very educational, and so you can have knowledge, because the word says study to show yourself approved, so you can actually divide the word of truth. So when you see this other stuff coming in, you will know what's true and what's false, because God's words don't change. He's the same today, yesterday, and forever. Elohim. He don't change. He's the God of the creation. He do not change. And so Yehudah went after them, and then he slew, I believe, 144,000 or 45,000 of them, and they was constantly fighting and have to protect the temple, and because these pagan Assyrian didn't like. You see, Assyria in the northern part up there by Jerusalem borders with Syria. So Syria just had to come right across the border, and they right there, And so they was battling. They wanted to take it, and then, but all they do when they go, they don't really have no satisfaction, because when they get there, they just destroy. So will you read that little part for me, sister? Sadia?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
It goes, that's chapter 7, starting at verse 40. But Judah picked in Asia with 3,000 men, pitched in Asia with 3,000 men, and there he prayed, saying, O Lord, when they that were sent from the king of Assyria blasphemed thine angel, went out and smote the hundreds, 85,000 of them.
And here he got rid of them. Till next time, shalom.